Hello, I'm Logic Bunny, and come with me down the rabbit hole of knowledge. Ever felt like a real-life detective, piecing together clues, chasing down whispers of the past? What if I told you that history, that subject you might have thought was all about dusty textbooks and boring dates, is actually a giant, thrilling puzzle just waiting to be solved? Think about it. Every ancient civilization, every lost artifact, every cryptic inscription, they're all clues. And what's a detective without a mystery? The allure of the unsolved is powerful, isn't it? That itch to know, to understand, to shout, aha, I've got it. What really happened? What secrets are hidden just beneath the surface? That's the question. My friends, that makes history so incredibly exciting. But here's the real secret. You don't need a magnifying glass or a trench coat to be a history detective. You just need the right tools. And that's exactly what we're going to build together. Over the next few minutes, we're going to equip you with the skills you need. We're talking about critical thinking, the art of questioning everything, the power of analysis, and the ability to spot hidden patterns where others see only chaos. These are your detective tools, so get ready to sharpen your minds because we're about to dive headfirst into some of history's most fascinating enigmas. We're talking about ancient civilizations that vanished without a trace, bizarre artifacts that defy explanation, and mysteries that have baffled experts for centuries. Are you ready to explore? Let's explore this together. The possibilities are endless. Let's dive into our first mystery, the colossal statues of Easter Island. You know, those giant stone heads staring blankly out at the ocean. They're called Moai, and they've sparked some wild theories. Now, let's be honest, the idea of aliens is undeniably captivating. We humans are wired to look for the extraordinary, the explanation that goes beyond what we already know. It's exciting to think that something so impressive could have come from somewhere else, but as history detectives, we need to follow the evidence, even if it leads us down a less sensational path. So were the Moai built by aliens? Well, let's break it down. Forget spaceships and laser beams for a moment, and consider the sheer engineering challenge. These statues, some weighing over 80 tons, were carved from volcanic rock and then transported often miles across the island. The alien theory often skips over the details, but the details are where the real story lies. The islanders didn't have advanced technology, but they were masters of their environment. So, how did they do it? Here's where it gets interesting. Think about it. Trees. Lots and lots of trees. Historians and scientists believe the islanders used a combination of logs, ropes, and sheer manpower. They likely carved the statues at the quarry, then used wooden sledges and rollers to move them. The statues were then raised using ropes and levers. Let's explore this together. Imagine a team of islanders working together, inching a giant statue forward. The physics are simple, but the execution, the coordination, that's what's truly remarkable. Now, I'm going to show you a series of visual demonstrations. We are going to use animations to illustrate how they managed to move the statues. They are transported using logs and ropes, using clear physics principles. Watch closely. Now, here's a detective challenge to test your skills. Question: what do you think was the most crucial element that allowed the islanders to move the Moai? A. Alien technology. B. Advanced metal tools. C. Ingenuity, teamwork, and resourcefulness. Let me know what you think in the comments below. The answer, my friends, is C. The reality is often far more impressive than any alien story. The Moai aren't just impressive because of their size. They're a testament to human ingenuity, to the power of collaboration. So, the next time you hear a sensational story, remember our detective tools. Question it. Look for the evidence. The truth, like the Moai themselves, is often right in front of us, waiting to be discovered. Let's move on to a mystery that's guaranteed to make you feel like a true detective. The Voynich Manuscript. There's something about secret codes and undecipherable languages that just grabs us, isn't there? We all love a good puzzle, and this one is a real doozy. Imagine a book, a very old book, filled with a language nobody understands. It's like finding a message from another world, Well, the key is missing. That's the Voynich Manuscript in a nutshell. This book, dating back to the early 15th century, is a true enigma. It's written in an unknown script with thousands of unique characters. The illustrations are just as strange. Bizarre plants that don't match any known species, astrological charts, and even naked nymphs frolicking in pools. What does it all mean? The core problem is simple. Nobody can read it. Cryptographers, linguists, and code breakers have tried for centuries, but the language remains stubbornly locked. They've analyzed the frequency of letters, looked for patterns, and compared it to known languages, but nothing has worked. Let's take a moment to try to understand the challenges faced by those code breakers. Here's a decoding attempt. Let's break down the book's structure. The manuscript is divided into sections with different types of illustrations. The text appears to be organized into words and sentences, but the grammar and vocabulary are completely alien. The lack of any known linguistic structure has made it impossible to find a key to unlock the code. Now, to give you a taste of what it's like to be a code breaker, let's try something simple. Think like a code breaker. I'm going to give you a simple cipher. This is a substitution cipher, where each letter is replaced by another. Here's the code. AZB equals Y, C equals X, and so on. Now try to decipher this simple phrase. XLFOW, ZIVOLIGSVNRGS. The answer is, hello, are you the next? It's frustrating, isn't it? And yet, it's also exciting. The Voynich Manuscript is a reminder that the world is full of secrets, and that the pursuit of knowledge is a journey in itself. Even if we never decipher the Voynich Manuscript, the effort, the perseverance, the sheer act of trying to understand is the real reward. The mystery itself is the treasure. Let's journey across the ocean to a mystery that chills us to the core, the disappearance of the Roanoke Colony. The unknown is always a little frightening, isn't it? Our minds tend to leap to the worst possible outcomes, and in this case, it's easy to see why. Imagine arriving at a settlement only to find it completely deserted, houses abandoned, belongings scattered. What happened to the people who lived there? That's the haunting reality of the Roanoke Colony. In the late 16th century, the English attempted to establish a colony on Roanoke Island off the coast of what is now North Carolina. It was a time of great risk, with disease, starvation, and conflict all posing constant threats. The colonists were struggling, but their fate took a turn. In 1590, when a supply ship returned to Roanoke, the colony was gone. The only clues left behind were two words carved into the wood, Croto and Crow. These words became the key to a mystery that has puzzled historians ever since. So, what happened? Let's explore some theories. Let's watch a time-lapse style animation. One theory suggests the colonists were attacked by Native Americans. Another possibility is that they succumbed to disease or famine. Some historians believe the colonists integrated with local tribes, perhaps seeking refuge or forming alliances. The evidence is fragmented, and the truth is likely a combination of factors. Now, let's play Choose Your Own Adventure. Based on the clues we have, what do you think happened to the Roanoke colonists? A, they were wiped out in a surprise attack. B, they integrated into a local tribe. C, they were lost at sea while trying to return to England. Think about the evidence, the location, and the historical context. What do you think? The disappearance of the Roanoke Colony is a reminder of the fragility of life and the complexities of history. There are no easy answers, and the past is constantly being reinterpreted as we learn more. The real lesson here is the importance of empathy, looking at the past through the eyes of those who lived it, understanding their challenges, and appreciating different perspectives. The past is never truly lost, as long as we keep asking questions and seeking answers. Prepare to have your mind blown. We're diving into a mystery that rewrites everything you thought you knew about ancient technology, the Antikythera Mechanism. The idea of advanced technology existing thousands of years ago is just mind-boggling, isn't it? Imagine discovering a computer, not in a sleek modern lab, but at the bottom of the sea. That's essentially what happened with the Antikythera Mechanism. Unearthed from a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera, this device is a marvel of engineering. It's a complex arrangement of gears, dials, and pointers, all housed in a wooden box. But what did it do? The Antikythera Mechanism was a kind of astronomical computer. It could predict the positions of the sun, the moon, and the planets, as well as eclipses. It was a tool for understanding the cosmos, a clockwork marvel from a time when the idea of such a device seemed impossible. Let's take a look at how it worked. The inner workings of the Antikythera Mechanism are incredibly intricate. With a series of precisely crafted gears, it could simulate the movements of celestial bodies. By turning a crank, you could see the positions of the planets, the phases of the moon, and even when eclipses would occur. To truly appreciate this, let's compare it to modern technology. The ancient Greeks didn't have electricity or microchips, but they had something even more powerful: ingenuity. Now, let's try something hands-on. Here's how gears work. By rotating a basic model, you can see the principle of mechanical advantage in action. It's the same principle that allows the Antikythera Mechanism to perform its complex calculations. The Antikythera Mechanism is a reminder of the incredible ingenuity of the ancient Greeks. It's a testament to human curiosity and the drive to understand the world around us. The past holds the blueprint for the future. By studying the innovations of those who came before us, we can learn, we can be inspired, and we can push the boundaries of what's possible. This mechanism shows us that even in the most ancient of times, the human mind was capable of extraordinary feats. Our final mystery takes us to the desert of Peru, where we'll explore the enigmatic Nazca Lines. We humans are pattern-seeking creatures, aren't we? We love to find meaning, to connect the dots, to understand why things are the way they are. Imagine walking across a landscape and suddenly realizing that the ground beneath your feet is covered in giant drawings, visible only from the air. That's the experience of the Nazca Lines. These massive glyphs etched into the desert floor depict animals, plants, and geometric shapes. They are so large that they can only be truly appreciated from above. But what were they for? That's the question that has captivated people for decades. Theories abound, of course. Some believe they were created for religious purposes, while others suggest they were used as an astronomical calendar, aligned with the movements of the sun and stars. Some think they were a form of communication with the gods, or even landing strips for... Well, you know, let's explore these theories. Let's take a look at some satellite images and aerial views. The scale and complexity of the Nazca Lines are truly mind-boggling. The lines are incredibly precise, and the designs are often intricate. The most popular theory is that the lines were an astronomical calendar. The lines could have been used to align with the rising and setting of the sun and stars, helping the Nazca people track the seasons and plan their agricultural activities. Now, it's your turn to try. Let's try to design your own geoglyph sketch, your own pattern. Think about the challenges of creating a large-scale artwork. The Nazca Lines are a reminder of the power of human creativity, the desire to express ourselves and to leave our mark on the world. The Nazca Lines remind us that the world is full of mysteries and that there is always more to discover. The beauty of the Nazca Lines lies in their ambiguity. They offer us multiple perspectives. So, we've explored some of history's most captivating mysteries. We've looked at the colossal Moai of Easter Island, the cryptic Voynich Manuscript, the vanished Roanoke Colony, the ingenious Antikythera Mechanism, and the enigmatic Nazca Lines. We've also equipped ourselves with the tools of a history detective. We've learned to question everything, to analyze evidence, to look for hidden patterns, and to embrace the thrill of discovery. But remember, history isn't just about the past. It's about the present. It's about how we understand the world around us. It is also about how we can learn from the past to build a better future. So, where do we go from here? Well, this is just the beginning. Keep asking questions. Keep exploring. Want to dive deeper. There are countless books, documentaries, and websites that can fuel your curiosity. Do some research, read about a topic that sparks your interest, and now, here's a challenge for you. Share your own historical mysteries and theories in the comments below. What historical events or figures fascinate you? What questions do you have? Let's continue this conversation. History isn't just a subject, it's a skill. It's a way of thinking, a way of seeing the world. It's a practice that will serve you, well, in every aspect of your life. So, go out there, embrace your inner history detective, and start exploring. The past is waiting to be discovered.